Mic check, mic check. What's kicking, family? You're there, I'm here. I'm glad you've clicked in to check in with me, Mr. Batch, on the other side of the screen from you guys. All right, this is another installment, one of the 11 new head coaches to take over in the 2009 season at the helm and the man to call all the plays. And the team up to bat right now is the Indianapolis Colts, along with Jim Caldwell. Jim Caldwell was promoted from within. He was the right-hand man for Tony Dungy for so many years, and he was on board when they did get that ring within the last 5 years. Out of all the teams that have a new person in charge, a new man at the helm of the ship to steer it the right way, Jim Caldwell steps into an ideal situation of a team that has amassed 63 wins over the last 5 years. Yes, 12, 14, 12, 13, and 12. And inside of that 5-year span, they do have a ring. And in my opinion, they are the highest candidate out of the 11 new head coaches who will go deep into the playoffs, in my opinion. Now, in 2008, the Indianapolis Colts was 12-4. They were second in the AFC South, wound up with a wild card game, losing to the San Diego Chargers 23-17. Now, their points per game, total points per game was average. They were 13th with 23.6 yards, 15th at 335.5 passing yards, 5th with 255.9. Rushing yards, they were 31st with 79.6. Ooh, that's a little bit abysmal there, that rushing yardage there. The passing, you know, is a given because Manning will throw to everybody, and now Reggie Wayne is going to be the man. Harrison is no longer there. Now with their first round 27th pick, they took Donald Brown, a running back out of UConn. He's going to split some time with Joseph Adai, and let's see how he does over there, you know, splitting time with Joseph Adai. Hopefully they can get a little bit more out of their running game, and that would keep possession of the clock rolling, because if you throw it and you miss a couple, stops the clock. But I'm getting into the semantics of football, and hey, you guys already know that. I'm not even going to get any further into that. Now, with my fearless forecasting and my prognostication, I look at the Indianapolis Colts going 12-4 again in the 2009 campaign. Now, let me run it down for you, and it goes like this. All right, week 1 is a loss. Week 2 is a win. Right? Week 1, Jacksonville home loss. Week 2 at Miami, a win. Week 3 at Arizona, a loss. Week 4, home versus Seattle is a win. Week 5, at Tennessee, a loss. Week 6 is the bye. All right, week 7 at St. Louis is a win, and they win from week 7 through week 12 as follows: at St. Louis, home versus San Francisco, home versus Houston, home versus New England, at Baltimore, at Houston. That stretch of games are all wins for the Indianapolis Colts. They'll pick up a loss against Tennessee week 13 at home. Okay, and to close out the season, the last 4 games, weeks 14, 15, 16, and 17, I had them all as wins. Home versus Denver, at Jacksonville, home versus the Jets, and at Buffalo. That's Mr. Batch, and my prognostication for the Indianapolis Colts, Jim Caldwell, and the best candidate out of all of the 11 coaches to go deep into the playoffs.